schedule.
No, it doesn't work that way. Hello. Welcome. Aaron's coming. He's just shaking you around.
It's an earthquake. I don't even have a hat on.
Oh dear. What?
I'm naked.
No, you aren't.
I'm naked. Look at that. I got some sun today.
I
Wow,
did too.
look at that.
Yeah, it's like the first day.
I look like I got raccoon eyes.
It's like the first day of summer.
You wanna fix my laptop here for me when I plug this in?
Well, I was trying to get mine going.
What do you all got plugged in here?
I don't know.
Unplug that one.
So I feel like it's the first day of summer today.
Oh, gorgeous.
It was so nice. It was. Oh, look at we got lights now.
And then there was light.
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking.
Ah, yeah, I got sun today. That's cool.
Yeah, I did too. Looks like I got quite a
Cools
bit.
off fast in the evening though.
Is this even plugged in?
What is it, Mom?
So,
Yeah, you're plugged in.
okay, because it didn't charge.
What? That's ridiculous.
All right, you should really get stuff organized before.
Okay, so we're a little bit late because we just had a great day of company. If you're watching for the first time, my name is Aaron. And this is my lovely assistant, Anneesa.
His wife, nice
And my
try.
wife, yes. You're my assistant. You've been my assistant for many years, my love.
Yeah.
And you're watching Countryside Acres, and we're slow as usual.
That's the story of our life.
Trying to get loaded. But we had an amazing day today. It was just wonderfully sunny. We had a barbecue twice today. Barbecued some lunch. Video coming up very soon, guys. Check that out. It'll be on the channel maybe this week, maybe next week. I don't know yet. And then we went for a wonderful hike with two families.
Yes.
Justin and Anita and the kids and us. Took a wonderful hike down the lake.
Definitely pointed out how
Out of shape.
out of shape I am. You know what? We were going, like, we went for one other walk one Sunday, and I was like, you know what? That really, really was great. We should do this every Sunday. And every Sunday since has been rainy and miserable. So it was great that today was nice.
Oh, just gorgeous, warm day. Yeah.
All right, what are you talking about today?
Well, I'm still waiting for my laptop to load. I don't know what's going on here, folks.
I'm trying to beat you in it, but
Is yours just spinning around in circles too?
no, I'm getting it.
I got this blue parasite on my screen.
It's funny how you call it that now.
I gotta deworm my computer. Yeah, nothing's happening here.
So we have 43 people with us. Can you hear us?
Let us know. Hey, there's 43 people and only 19 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up on the way in the door, please. It's good for algorithms. We appreciate your support. Don't be shy.
Our picture on our live is your eyebrows.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Or your hair line.
I accidentally did that, and then I thought it would just revert to something else. Guess I thought wrong. Much love from Yalta. Yes, we hear you.
Very good.
Unfortunately. Eh? I don't understand. Mine's not working.
Okay,
Why
well,
does it sound like I hear like bass or something?
it's a dryer.
Ah, bueno. I have internet. I'm pretty sure.
It's the dryer. All right, would you like to use mine?
I'm going to have to use
share
yours.
with you.
My internet's
But
connected.
I would like to hold on to the mouse because that's how it works.
No, I can't do that. Then I can't see stuff. I don't understand why mine's not loading.
I don't know.
I never have VPN on. Very strange. Okay, well let's do something on here too. Let's see here.
Well, hold on. I gotta just translate this, and then you'll be good to go.
Oh yeah, that helps.
It doesn't yet. It hasn't loaded.
Well, good thing I can read some
All
Russian.
right,
It's
there we
just
go.
really slow. Hello, friends. Love from Krasnodar and Ron from Texas.
You should get your glasses.
That might help. Greetings from Ontario. Good Sunday morning. Sunday morning, well, I guess for you guys. Lovely family. Oh, thank you very much. Greetings from Kazan. Hello, Arend and Anneesa from Ina. Sunday is amen. Yeah, it was a gorgeous day. If you guys have any questions, fire away. We will answer as many as we get time for. And if you have any specific topics, something you want to talk about, let us know. We can try that as well. Much love from Yalta, Crimea, Russia.
Just hit the power off.
Why? Почему?
Just turn it off and on. Maybe it just needs to reboot.
Maybe.
No, I won't even do that.
It's got a mind of its own. Much love from Yalta. Yes, we hear you. Handshake, handshake. Good afternoon from Manitoba, from Susan Frost.
That's a wave.
What's a wave?
This thing.
What did I say it was?
It's a handshake.
No, it's a hand. But
Yeah. Oops.
well, it's a shaking hand. So it's still a handshake. That's what waving is, technically.
This is true.
Hi, the sound is fine. Jeffrey, yes. Somebody, did Ron talk to you? You got to be a little bit more specific than that. Igor, how do you like the harvest this year? Better or worse than what you got in Canada?
I think better.
Depends.
But it depends because we planted a lot more.
So. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff out. But I think the soil's really good here.
Yeah.
The last place we had a lot of rock in it. It was just, we lived on an island. It was basically solid rocks, like bedrock, and we're farming on the bedrock. So in spots, the soil was really, really deep. Where our garden was, it was less deep and more sandy and with some rock in it. So we definitely have much better soil here, I would think. Mm-hmm. And we're very happy with the results so far. Like even the watermelons we got, I mean, there's some massive watermelons this week we were looking at. Got a hair floating around my eyes somewhere. See one? Yet? It's there.
Goes there.
Find it. That's my nose. Can't wipe it out.
Is it gone?
No, I don't know, maybe.
Magic, I fix it.
Did you turn it back on?
Not yet.
So much simpler on my computer. All right, almost 200,000 from Peter. Yeah, we've been stuck here for a long time. So I'm 100% convinced that YouTube does not want us to get more than 198,000 because we can't. Have we even been to 199?
No.
We keep floating 197, 198, and it refuses to grow.
Yeah.
We were growing very quickly for a very long time, and then it just stopped.
Yeah, like to the point that we were getting, I think, 1,000 almost a week subscribers.
Until we hit 197.
And then 197, and then we made it to 198, and then it came back down to 197, and then now it's back up to over 198. But now I notice we're dropping again and getting closer to the 197.
Yeah. So tell your friends.
But this has been 10 months.
If you work at a senior's home, get all the seniors to sign up. Just sneak into their laptops and sign them all up. If you work at a school, tell all the kids to sign up to Countryside Eggers. If you're a preacher, preach it off the pulpit.
Somebody told us that they were doing all this.
Not off the pulpit. I think only God should be off the pulpit. No. But anyway, tell everybody. Tell people. Work at summer camp. Tell everybody.
Yeah, but somebody told us that they were doing all this, and it's still not moving. No. It's really very unusual.
What's going on here, folks? Hey, YouTube's on there too. Maybe it'll work here. I was on Chrome. Maybe that's the problem.
Not sure. What's going on?
I don't know.
Are you even on the internet?
Yeah, I think so.
Nope, you're not. Right
there. I was earlier.
Right there.
Stop moving around.
Your mouse is attached, I think. Yeah. I had that the other day.
What is going on?
I had that the other day that my screen, when I first got this laptop, I literally had it for a week, and one of the kids knocked it off of my, I think we were down in the basement at that time, so we didn't have anywhere to put it. So it was uploading a video on the bed, and the kids knocked it off and cracked the screen.
Ah, yes.
So after that, we couldn't use touchscreen because it was just constantly moving. Anyway, so we turned the touchscreen off, but for some reason the other day, the touchscreen turned back on. And I didn't realize, I didn't think of it. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me that, yes, the touchscreen must be on. I turned the pad off at the bottom here, but it was I couldn't do anything and it had a mind of its own. So then finally Wes is is the touchscreen still going? So we finally figured out how to get to it between the two of us. He would hold the screen and I would move the mouse. And we finally got to the setting to turn the touchscreen off. And now it's worked great. Anyway.
It says I'm not connected again, but I am.
Well,
this is an outrage.
Your computer is on strike.
Well, I'll keep working on it with one hand while
right here.
I'll do that again. Where was we?
Right there.
Hello from St. Petersburg. I gotta go there yet. One day. St. Petersburg looks gorgeous. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Ina, I received the parcel, a stool and a mug. Thank you very much. Wesley has golden hands. Please pass on my deep gratitude. The mug is cute. Thank you very much. I will definitely pass that on. If you're not aware, we do make both stools and mugs. So mugs like this. So if you would like a mug, you can order them via VK, our VK page. You can order them, but payment and processing is handled personally. So we will have some. This is the other style of mug. So if you don't actually have, how does that work again? If they don't have VK hooked up, that's okay.
Yeah, you don't need VK.
You're just
go
using
on
it to
there,
place the
hit-
order.
Yeah,
That's
just,
it. And then
just
someone
so
will
we can
contact you.
see the order being placed, and then we can do all that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you place the order within, I'm going to say some time, it depends if I'm paying attention or my assistant in that matter is paying attention, then they'll send you a message right away and it'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, there's a few other things for sale there as well.
Yep.
And as time goes on, we'll have more stuff. Just gotta finish getting settled in. Hello from New Jersey. Svetlana, they don't speak Russian yet? We do speak some Russian, yes. This is an ongoing question. I don't know if it's the same people over and over or not, but
Could be.
It's an English-speaking channel. Do you know Justice Walker? Yes, I do. Yeah, I've spoken to him a time or two, and keep planning on doing an interview with him. Still haven't got around to it.
Yeah, we have quite a few people we want to do interviews on.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding the time and the
On
quiet.
September 1st. What is that for?
No idea.
Okay. Hello from Macedonia. Hello. Arnie, what were your thoughts regarding using a cushion for Wesley when kneeling on a hard surface? Did you see my comments? I did see that comment. Yeah, I don't remember where it was though, but I did. It might work. Yeah, I think even in his overalls, it's getting to be overall season 24/7 now. We could buy some knee pads and stick them in there, and that way, anytime he's kneeling, he automatically lands on knee pads. I think it's a very good thing to try out. He does have something physically wrong with the knee. That has shown up in the MRIs and should be addressed. It's just a matter of, do we address it now or not? And we had finally agreed that yes, we should do it, and we were comfortable with that decision. Wesley was. We were. Financially, it was a big cost to bear, but it's the right thing to do. And then I don't know, we just don't feel right about it now anymore, based on circumstances, I guess, with the doctor.
So
basically.
to back talk about that, like he got an injury on his knee when he was younger, and it started when he was younger. He fell on his knee. Well, I think he's fell on this particular knee 3 times. The first time, I think it was skating. He fell and he smacked his knee, and he seemed like everything was fine, so we didn't think anything of it. And then it was like the knee was swollen, it kind of hurt, and then so it was an injury on the knee multiple times, and it's caused a little bit of damage. And I think maybe even his growing pains right now might be causing it a little bit more severe of pains. My only concern of why we didn't do anything sooner, well, Canada, the medical care is just terrible. We got it looked at multiple times, and they told us that nothing was wrong with his knee. It was all basically in his head. But you've had knee pains. Your father's had knee pains. Your grandfather had knee pains. So then part of me was like, is it an injury, or is it just the fact that it's a genetic trait? I was kind of like up in the air about that. I've since found out that some of the nieces, your cousins, have had knee surgery because they had knee pains around this age. You, with your knee pain, you had knee pain for years, and they told them that it was arthritis. It was all these different things, and we thought it's so strange. Like in my mind, it's so strange that a 25-year-old person would have arthritis in their knees. To me, that just does not make sense. You either didn't have proper footwear when you were growing up, or it's inflammation or something from your food. In my mind, like something did not work right in your knees in order for you to have knee pain. So we looked for food-related issues with him for years and years and years. We finally narrowed down to peanut butter in Canada. I noticed he cut a little bit of peanut butter out of his diet, and it seemed to help. And then you had orthotics in his shoes, which I think helped. It basically eliminated your knee pain. So this is kind of why we're up in the air with Wesley, whether or not we should go to the extent of surgery, or should we try something different.
Well, but there's
There
long
is
story short,
something
physically there is
actually
something wrong with
there,
his knee that
but-
will need to be addressed at some point, but he's still growing. So that was our other toss-up. He's only 15 now. He'll be 16 this year.
Mhm.
You know, he's still growing. He's going to do a lot more growing the next 2 years. So
Mhm.
can he battle it out? I hate to make him do that. If he's in that
Mhm.
much pain, then we should deal with it now, and that was the plan. But on the
Mhm.
flip side, he's still going to do a lot more growing in the next 2-3 years. So is it kind of dumb to do it now, and maybe we should wait till later? And so anyway,
Yeah, and he did say actually that he did notice that it was a lot less.
this is ridiculous. Everything loads except YouTube.
It was a lot less of the pain this year. Like in the winter, he noticed it was a lot worse. So that was the other thing. It seemed like it was getting a little bit better. So it's probably best to just hold off for a while.
Yeah, strange. All right, we stayed on that one a long time. Rewatched your Countryside Corners videos. Hope you will post more soon. Yes, we really need to do that. We have made plans for interviewing a lot of different people. One of which would be Justin and Anita. Now that they live here, you know, we need to interview them sometime too. So we will. I promise you, we will. I don't know when, but we got to get onto it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. The favorite farmers. Thank you very much. Hi from Denmark. Question: how does the Russian Christmas feel like? Christmas is Christmas. I'm not sure if it feels any different. I mean, they're pretty festive here, but they are in places back home as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's so weird being at 198,000 for months. Very unnatural. Yeah, absolutely. They get much more. No, they get much for tornadoes or just mainly rain and hail. Wait, no tornadoes. Never even heard of them here.
Well,
And
that doesn't mean they will
loads
never
of rain.
come.
We've had hail 3 times since we've been here that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
At least twice this year.
I'm sure they get bad windstorms, but
Massive, yeah. But I've never heard of tornadoes yet. It doesn't mean they don't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they won't ever happen.
That's where it's funny because some of the comments about building a house like this, people are like, oh, those never last. Look in the States, they always blow down. Keep in mind that the United States has some of the worst tornadoes in the world. I mean, it'll knock anything down.
Mm.
There's nothing that's going to withstand that. Or the hurricanes on the coast. You're not talking about a windstorm here. Like, this is some of the most violent storms nature can throw at a house. Hello to all. This one, I see the chickies and cute porkies. So is your business active already or not yet? We're growing animals right now. And I would say last year was like a building phase. Now we're in an investment phase. And then hopefully next year we'll start making some money.
Mm.
We do sell some stuff. We have some merchandise, of course, channel related. Farm-wise, we're selling eggs right now. Some produce from the garden. And of course, the girls are making baked goods. We're selling that as well. Hopefully yet this year, later this fall, I guess, / summer, whatever it is right now, we will be selling butter and milk as well. And yeah, basically as soon as we get our cows. So that would be available for people in Nizhny Novgorod. I think we'll try to go once a month probably, and maybe to the surrounding villages a little. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, we're hoping we'll have 4 cows. So at minimum, around 60 liters of milk a day. Now some of that will be processed into butter, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll keep going as it goes. But if somebody's interested, I don't think we're going to be able to go to Moscow or nothing like that this year. There's just not enough stuff to sell. But if you want to support us in that way locally here, that would be absolutely amazing. And we would definitely appreciate that. So silly. Why is this not working?
I don't know.
All right, I should have got my glasses. They get much for no. Matty McFace, 11th commandment from the book of Aaron, thou shalt subscribe. The 11th commandment, Matt, is actually thou shalt not spill coffee. I've joked around about that for years. Which is probably not proper to do.
Mm-mm.
Rhonda, maybe it's best in some ways that YouTube is suppressing because if you get any bigger, it puts you in a cancel category. Well, I've wondered that too, but on the flip side, it's the only income we have right now. And it would be nice to have more income. So, yeah, I don't know. Catch-22. We're working on diversifying our platforms, trying to get on other platforms as well. So you guys can find us there and we can grow audience in different directions. So we do have a Patreon page. We do have a Boosty page. Boosty's basically the same as Patreon, but it's here in Russia. So if you want to support us there, you can. And also, our videos go on Boosty before they go on YouTube, so you get them a little earlier. You can get accurate subtitles there as well, and it's independent from YouTube, so you don't have to worry about slowed down on YouTube or anything like that. It works very good. Patreon, did they go there first too, videos, or nothing there yet? No, we'll work on that.
No, it's just extra different stuff completely.
We do have a Rumble and a RootTube as well, but they're not up to date. If you're watching our videos on RootTube, somebody is stealing our videos, so that's not us.
Well, we have older ones there, but
we have a channel, but it's some guy, I think Alexander or something. I don't know. It's not us anyway. He's putting our videos up, and we would appreciate it. He would stop because that's not very nice.
He's getting paid for.
Yeah, it doesn't help us. We put a lot of work into making the videos. It doesn't exactly help us out any. Hey guys, I am leaving Canada permanently. Did you have any problems with the CRA and the whole disposition process? Did they withhold any proceeds of your property sale? They did for a little while. We had an accountant firm that we've been working with for, I don't know, almost 15 years. They handled everything for us.
No, the lawyer. The accountant and the lawyer.
No, I said they handled it for us. The lawyers withheld it. Yeah. The accountants handled it all, figured it all out, and everything's done with now. But no, all in all, it was pretty easy. I think they're going to make it more difficult though. Yeah. They're talking about all these different taxes, trying to catch people on unrealized gains in their houses. People who've been living in their homes all their years, now the house is worth more money. The government's going to start charging you taxes on the extra value, even though you didn't sell the house. So they're working on trying to get you, and I'm sure they will on exit as well. There is an exit tax when you leave Canada. They already are. There's a lot of people leaving Canada. A lot of business owners are taking off to the States and to other countries. So at some point, they're going to get more strict on it. My dear, can you pull your microphone from your earbud out of the fold of your sweater? It is making you harder to hear. She's not wearing the microphone. This has nothing
to do with the microphone. This is so that I can hear that we are.
Your battery's running low.
It wasn't charging. Anyway, this is so I can hear that the noise is going well.
Love you guys. Thank you. Another Canadian guy needs help in the comments here. Give him a hand, please. Which Canadian guy?
Did something do it?
No, now it says it again. I think now it's charging. Plugged in, it says, yep. That was close. In my years and years of using computers and internet, I found that Macs experience far less glitches. I got an HP, but maybe that's the problem. Talking about Ron, he is from Texas and loves meat.
Texas.
It says taxes. I'm reading what it says. They like to talk like that. He's from Texas. That's probably why I wrote it like that. Well, now I changed my accent completely. I had it for a little while. Messed it up. You're probably talking about Ron in Krasnodar, maybe. I speak to him regularly, and we talk about meat, too. I'll make a video with a stool and a mug. Nice. Did he say if he registered a farming business yet? Is he selling meat and milk commercially? We do have a farm business registered, LLC and peasant farm, and we are not selling anything commercially yet, but we will be soon. Tell us a funny story that happened to you in Russia. You have any funny stories, honey? The worst problem is memorizing all this stuff. I just don't remember it all. I'm sure we've had a few funny stories happen, but miscommunications happen all the time. Nothing comes to mind? Sorry, folks. Nothing comes to mind. Sergey, hi. I've been following you from Voronezh for several years, starting from Canada. I've watched all your adventures. You're great. You're on the right path. Thank you very much, Sergey. We were just talking about that again today. There's, we've got two families here, of course, both immigrant families, and there's a lot of stuff to figure out when you come here. And we don't always know. We have no idea. It's more difficult than most people realize. Russians lived here all their lives, so they don't necessarily understand how difficult a path it is to immigrate to Russia. Every immigrant will tell you it is a royal pain. And it's a lot harder. From what I understand, immigrating to Canada is much, much simpler. But we didn't want to go to Canada. We wanted to go to Russia, and we knew it was going to be a pain. It is what it is. we still believe God brought us here, and therefore we also believe God will help us find a way to sort out whatever difficulties we come to. And he has already done that. We've come to numerous obstacles where we have no idea how we're going to cross it, and then a way is found. And the rest of our issues, we're confident will be the same. God will provide a way somehow. Do you plan on going to any Orthodox churches? We have been to many. We love viewing them. They're absolutely just awe-inspiring. More than that, I find they're just really holy places, like reverence. I think that's the right word. It just, something about it makes you just be quiet and take it all in, you know. Yeah, there's something really cool about it. I really enjoy going there, and it's a good place to commune with God. Yes, growing pains. I almost forgot. I'm so old.
I think they're not growing pains at this
in the old age, you have degrowing pains, I guess.
Degenerating.
Degeneration. There you go. That's the word.
Degenerating pains.
Delvin, did you build all your buildings by yourself or hire workers? I built them with family.
Like us.
I can't take all the credit, but our family built everything. Yes, we had another Canadian family here for a while. They assisted with our workshop while they helped us. What were they here for? A month or so, anyway.
Yeah, they helped put poles and strapping and roof.
Yeah, so whenever we needed a hand, we'd ask them, and they'd come over and give us a hand with a few things. But for everything, basically 90-95%, we've done ourselves. Artyom, hello guys, glad to see you. Where are the likes? I don't know. Hit the thumbs up, folks. There is a very good Indian remedy for pains and inflammation in Russia called Nice.
Yeah, it's
didn't work.
That. Yeah.
Oh my, I lost something.
Keep going.
How far?
You're quite a ways behind.
There we go. Growing pains. You are very charming, warm. You have wonderful, smiling children. You are very hard workers. Therefore, it is pleasant to look at you. You want to help, support you. Do not hesitate to talk about what you need. Well, thank you very much.
I need dish towels.
Yeah. There's another Canadian lady.
I joke because I'm like, oh, I need a noise fence. Everybody's like, if somebody asked you anything that you would like when it came to this farm or anything, I'm like, a noise fence? And they're like, seriously, that's all you can come up with is a noise fence? I'm like, that's the only thing I don't like about this place. It's the highway's so noisy.
Yeah, and it's not as bad now. When the leaves come off, we hear a lot more traffic.
I noticed it tonight when we were out there. We were all sitting there, and it was like trying to hear somebody across the deck. It was like the noise, traffic was really loud tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be
worse.
Oh, it's going to be a double highway soon because they're doing major road works on this whole highway. So
I'm hoping
probably
it's going to be
a lot
less because what's happening right now is they get stuck behind the trucks, and then of course it's a lineup of traffic.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping it'll be like.
I think it's going to increase traffic, but we'll see. Yeah. There is another Canadian lady who just landed in Moscow a couple days ago. She is loving it so far. Well, of course she is. It's a beautiful country, and it's got so much. Like, it's cheaper to live here, way more opportunities. It looks just like Canada does. The cities are cleaner, nicer, more beautiful. Yeah, it's got a lot going for it. Russia is an absolutely gorgeous place, and people don't always believe that. But you got to come. Russians don't either. Russians think Canada is amazing. I had a conversation again locally with somebody, and their son is studying in Canada, and they don't believe me. I was like, well, she's like, why are you here? And I said, well, Russia is better. It's got more opportunities. No, it doesn't, she said. I'm like, well, yes, it does. And that's why I'm here. And she said, well, how long have you been here? And I said, well, a year and a half. She said, that's why you think that way. No, Canada's definitely better. And I thought in my head, how long have you been in Canada? Like, I've lived in Canada my whole life. I can guarantee you Russia's better. Yeah. I mean, every country has its goods and its bads, right? I can make a lot more money in Canada, sure, but it costs a lot more to live there too. So if you're only working there and then living somewhere else, then yeah, you could probably do very well. But the future doesn't look very good in Canada. Right now, it's probably not that bad, but it's getting worse. And people that are leaving all say the same thing. They all see the same thing. It's going downhill quick.
But it's not easy, and I think a lot of people have
Coming to
prepare
Russia?
themselves to
it's
move
not.
Any country. Like immigrating to any country.
It's stressful. Yeah, but
it's gonna be hard.
if you were going to go to the United States where they speak the same language, it's easier.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because now we constantly do stuff that we don't actually understand.
Yeah.
People that we trust tell us, no, this is okay, it's a good thing, so we do it. But we don't always know what we're doing, and that's stressful.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And I can honestly admit it's definitely been more stress than I anticipated before coming.
Mentally stressful. Yeah.
Air racket jockey. Yes, I live in Tornado Alley. It gets a little wild at times. Oh yeah, some wicked storms in the States. We're starting to get a lot more tornadoes in Canada now too. In I guess different Western areas, Canada had it, but in Ontario, there's a lot more now than there used to be. Did you guys choose Nizhny Novgorod, or were you placed there per their quota? No, we chose it, but we were given basically 2 regions. Said, hey, if you come to our region, we will give you a quota. So that was Kaluga and Nizhny Novgorod. Both regions says if you come here, we'll give you a quota. And at that time, you needed to have quota in order to get temporary residency. There was no other way. That was the steps. And so we chose Nizhny Novgorod. We believed God. I mean, we prayed about it, and essentially we said, look, this is farther from Ukraine. Sounds like a good idea. But coming here, I couldn't want to live anywhere else. Nizhny Novgorod, it's amazing. I
think God chose it.
Like I talk about Russia being amazing, but Nizhny Novgorod's been amazing. Think of how much tan I got here.
I know.
Yeah, I had my glasses on. I was like, this raccoon eyes looks funny.
Yeah, my forehead's all burnt. I can feel it's dried.
But no, we love it here. The administration's been great to work with, and just helping us with information, whatever we need. We love it here. It's beautiful. Thanks for the business plans overview. Got that. No problem. Have you considered Rumble as an alternative if you were taken off YouTube? We are on Rumble. The platform is horrendous.
Yeah,
you actually have to have 2. They reached out to us. They emailed me, one of the representatives, and said, hey, would you consider going on Rumble? And I said, well, sure. And she actually assisted me in figuring it all out. But you have to have 2, what do you call it?
Channels.
Yeah, it's not channel. Is it channel? Is that the word for it? Anyway, so I didn't know that at first. I had 1, and I'm up to 400 followers or something. They said, oh no, you're on the wrong one. So you need that one in order to open it. It's really confusing. YouTube is laid out very well. Whoever designed it did a good job.
Whoever's done Rumble needs to really update. I feel like it's in the dinosaur ages.
It's just super difficult to navigate. It's a pain. RootTube's not terrible, but it's horribly slow. It needs a new interface or whatever they call it. It's a dinosaur too. Uploading anything to RootTube takes ridiculously long.
Or you can only do 5 things at the same time. When you want to upload a whole bunch of stuff, it takes forever.
Yeah, so you have to upload something and then go walk away and find something to do and come back in a couple hours.
Error.
Yeah, and then you find out it wasn't uploaded, so then you don't know. And then when I go on, I'm like, which video did I upload last? It's all in the wrong order. There's no rhyme or reason or nothing. RootTube's horrendous too. But those are our options, and so we kind of work with that somehow. So yes, we are on Rumble, but it's very far behind, like 100 videos or more behind. One day when I have more time, I will sit down and try to put more videos up. The other thing is that if you're not making money at it, it's hard to justify spending time on it.
That much time, yeah.
We're extremely busy. That's how we got as much done as we've gotten done. I don't really have spare time to just sit on a computer. And to put videos on Rumble and RootTube takes a lot of time. And I don't have spare time. If I'm not getting paid for it, then I need to go focus on something else that actually makes some money for the family. And we got to eat. So, Sveta, you, like Noah's Ark with children, arrived on our planet, Russia, and are building your life here. God help you in all your endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's quite an analogy. Ina, there's a blogger, Petrovchanka from Krasnodar. They have large film shelters instead of greenhouses. They grow a lot of vegetables, keep goats for milk and cheese. Look at them. Maybe something will be useful. I won't remember that. If you want to send me a link, email it to me, maybe. I can take a look. Damaged Floyd, do you miss McDonald's? No.
No, they have it here.
They have McDonald's here anyway, but I've never really liked McDonald's. Is really like decent fries, but other than that, I don't like McDonald's food. It's not very good. Marlin, Canada has fallen. Yeah. And I mean, there's countless people that would agree with that 100%. Now, not everybody's ready to leave. Some people say, no, we got to stay and fix it. A lot of people have woken up to the fact that there's no fixing it. It's taken time. 2 years ago, when we were telling people it's time to leave, they didn't agree with that. A lot more people said, no, you're being a traitor. You need to stay and fix it. Now, even more people are like, there's no fixing this. It's too late. There's too many crazy people that want to make it even worse, and unfortunately they have more control than the people that want it fixed. So it's a sad state of affairs, I guess. You warm when you get that heater up?
No.
Must be just beside you. Hot stuff. Thanks, you guys are inspirational. So many. Thank you. Hello. Exit tax. What? Yep. Oh, they need a piece of the pie. That's normal. When my parents left the Netherlands, it was huge tax to pay too when you left the Netherlands. I off the top of my head, I want to say it was like 50%. You sold your stuff and the government took 50%. So unless you left a business in the Netherlands, then they wouldn't take it. So. Hi, family. Have you received a Russian driving license yet? Was it difficult to obtain? We do not need a Russian driver's license until 1 year after we receive permanent residency. So there's no rush. There's a lot of confusion on that. A lot of people think you need it like right now. That's not true. You can drive on your foreign license as a tourist. You can drive on your foreign license as a temporary resident. And you can drive on your foreign license as a permanent resident for 1 year. After that, you are required by law to have a Russian driver's license. Now, crazy thing is, no matter what country you come from, if you have a driver's license, you can come here, get off the plane, and drive a car. Doesn't matter what. I am driving on my Canadian license a Class D vehicle, which I need for my family. This is a law I would like changed. If anybody from the government is watching, this needs to change. We're inviting large families to come to Russia. Large families have big families. They have a lot of kids, and they need a vehicle that fits. And I know another family that's large too. They have 2 vehicles. So anytime they want to go somewhere as a family, they have to take 2 vehicles because they don't have the licensing required for a large vehicle. So my van, basically the first license you get is a Class B. Then you need to go for another licensing to get your D.
There's 2 types of D.
Well, let's not confuse them too much, but yeah. So the B allows you 8 passengers.
Yeah.
Which is okay for some people, but we have 8 children plus my wife and I. So I would be driving with 9 passengers, which means I need to have a Class D van in order to do that. Otherwise, I'm not legal, and I can't drive. So I can come to this country as a tourist and drive a Class D van. I can do it for 3 years as a temporary resident and for almost 1 year as a permanent resident. So basically, I can be driving for 4 or 5 years a Class D van like I have, no problems. But then all of a sudden it becomes illegal, and I have to go through a lot of hoops to try to get a Class D license, which is a royal pain as well. So that's something that should change. For one, they should make Class B bigger, as long as it's only for family use. And that's what we have in Canada as well. So you cannot drive a commercial vehicle without some licensing changes, but you can drive your own family.
Yeah, see, and we would have
not for commercial use purposes.
Yeah, we would have different style of vehicle too. Like we would have a vehicle that could, like for a personal use with a personal motor, that are the same people. Motor size as like a normal vehicle.
Yeah, we're allowed to drive up to 12 people on a regular license, your first license basically. And then to go more than that, then you need to get another license. But really, if you're inviting large families, I know a lot of large families with more than 8 kids. Lots. So I think it's something that should be changed and looked into. Right? You want big families, you got to make it a little easier.
As at the top there.
Oh, there. Okay. There are probably 5 McDonald's close to their home. Where are you on? Yeah, there's lots. Well, not close to us, but in the city, there's piles of them. Too many.
Not real McDonald's. Well, it tastes the
exact same food. I mean, it's changed the name. As far as I'm concerned, it's still owned by the exact same people. They changed it to Tasty and Dot, but it's the same menu, same food. Nothing's changed. Same ingredients. Vlados, hello. You are certainly an example for us Russians that farming and owning land is cool. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
The feedback helps.
It is cool. I think it's cool.
Look, to be honest, farming is a hard lifestyle. It's a lot of hours for not as much pay. Like you can't count it by the hour. You're not gonna make $100 an hour or whatever. It's not about the money.
It's a lifestyle.
It's about the lifestyle.
Mhm.
It's the only job in the world that you can be with your kids night and day and hang around and just enjoy life. You cannot do that on I don't know, any other job. Like if you're a road worker, you can't take your kids with in an excavator while you're building the highway. You just can't do it.
Mhm.
I don't know any bosses that would allow you to do it, and probably rules wouldn't allow you to do it. If you're a lawyer, you can't just take your kids to the office. You're a teacher, you can't take. With a farmer, you can't. I get to be with my kids and my wife. I can come in for lunch, and if I want an hour lunch, I take an hour lunch. If I want a 2 hour lunch, I take a 2 hour lunch. If I don't want to have lunch, I just don't have lunch. You're free, much more free as a farmer.
I think with farming and this type of lifestyle also, it shows a child how work is a normal thing. Like we had people
Not stuck
here,
in some daycare.
yeah, we had people here with their child, and I was watching the child and the parent interact, and I was watching the child watch their parent do work, physical work, and they were like watching almost in amazement. You could just see it in their face that they were like, wow, my dad or my mom can do that. And it was almost like they were admiring their parents in a different way, in a different light. And before, that child would not actually see their parent physically doing anything, really. They sit in front of a computer, or they go to work every day, or they never actually physically see their parents doing anything. So in my opinion, this lifestyle is like really good for that. You can teach a child to work. You can teach a child that it's good to be active and to do all these different things to, and it also gives them, they admire their parents a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Right? They're not just a useless person that sits on their phone when they get home from work, or
Yeah.
actually.
And we need all peoples in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that your job is less important, but we firmly believe it's your job to raise your kids. We had this discussion today as well, that you're responsible for your kids. If your kids don't turn out well, it's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. You can't blame it on a teacher. You're the one that sent them to that school. You can't blame it on the daycare lady. You're the one that put them there. You can't blame it on your grandma. You're the one that brought them there. It's your responsibility to look after your children. If they don't turn out properly, it's your fault, nobody else's.
Yeah, there is some circumstances, hypothetically, a spouse dies, and the one child,
and you can still find it. If you want to be a better parent, hang out with better parents. You want to be a better husband, hang out with better husbands. You want to be a better father, hang out with better fathers. It's your responsibility. You are in control of your life, and it's your responsibility to look after your kids. And if you have another job, and again, people have to have other jobs, I understand that, but you can't look after. We can look after our kids all the time, so we're responsible. If they don't turn out right, I got nowhere else to blame.
No,
definitely, we're looking after it. But
we're putting a lot of pressure there.
But no other job can you do that as easily, because all these other jobs I mentioned, you kind of need someone to look after your kids, and that creates a challenge, right?
And if they're not on the same page completely as your thought,
and they likely won't be. I mean, you send them to a school system, they're not going to raise them.
We had this conversation.
The way you would.
We had this conversation too about grandparents as well, right?
How important that role is.
How important that role is, because grandparents are essentially supposed to be on the same page as the parents, right? Yeah. So it's a good idea that grandparents, if you're, I like the culture here where children are sent to their grandparents, and the grandparents look after their children here. I think that's really, like, you'll see a grandmother walking down the street pushing a stroller, and they take that, I find that's their duty to do so. But what that grandparent teaches the child, it needs to be in line with what the parents are teaching the child. It can't be like entitlement and I'm the grandparent and I need to spoil this child rotten, because at the end of the day, they're not always going to be children. They're going to grow up and be adults. When you're teaching them when they're young, they're going to turn into that when they're older. Right? So it's like a community of people. It's really important on who you actually get to look after, not just daycares, but grandparents. as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100%. So I'm reading some of these at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if this one's good or not.
I can just get rid of it.
Well, I wasn't sure. It might be okay. I got rid of a few here. Maybe just to retiring in Russia is easier than starting fresh. Maybe just to retire.
It would be easier to retire in Russia.
Oh, I
than
think
just
so.
do what we're doing.
If you're in the West and you're going to collect a pension of some kind, and then you move, that pension is going to go way farther here, because cost of living is extremely low here. Incomes are lower, but they're on the rise. Cost of living is lower. It's on the rise, yes, but Canada has gone up too. Somebody recently said, "Oh yeah, ha, 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 Russia's in a recession." The whole world's in a recession. Russia's not in a recession yet. There is a possibility of it, but there's always a possibility of that. And right now, it basically depends on what our leaders here decide. And so far, they've made excellent decisions for many years. So I think they will continue to make excellent decisions to ride this out as best as possible. But the whole world is. Everybody's facing the same problem. Some countries are actively in recession. You know, they've got 2 or 3. Germany's got 2 quarters in a row now with negative growth. So, yeah, it means nothing. I think your dollars will go farther here for sure. And a lot of people are enjoying that already, even if they only spend half the year here. Get yourself an apartment someplace and enjoy. You can freely walk through Russian cities without having to live in fear. You don't have to look over your shoulder. Some drug addict's going to attack you or snatch your purse. You know, there's lots of great examples of safety, and it's just clean. It's nice. It's beautiful. Where are we at, love?
Well, I'm not sure.
There was a super chat somewhere too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it went, but I don't see it.
I can find it.
I seen one show up on that screen. There it is, right there. From Titus. Keep it up. Thank you very much. 50 knock. Rita, hello. Oh, you just made this beer. Hello from California. I am Russia and born, but living here 30 years in Sacramento. Like your videos and your family. Thank you very much for your support. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I go back, it'd be cool to meet a bunch of Russians in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's piles of them. There's lots of Russians living there. And I actually know quite a few who are intending on coming here as well, in Canada and in the States, that are intending on coming.
Somebody said that we're color coordinated today.
You two are so color coordinated today. It must be syncing into your minds. Oh, yeah. I planned it.
I was not wearing this all day, but I got cold, so I went and got a sweater.
And I wasn't wearing this all day. I was wearing a dress shirt this morning, filming a video, and then it was like, it's too hot for this, so I threw a t-shirt on. Yep. I bought red ointment from Thailand. It is the best for problems with knees and joints, and you can order it. There are online stores of goods from Thailand.
Well, send us a link and email.
Yeah. Arden, 10 years for an acreage tractor is hard on bearings. Fixing the bearings when the case is made out of cast iron gets tricky. Pulling on the old AC Lincoln logs to stick well in new bearing races. 10 years for an acreage tractor. Yes, family is still important in Russia, such as shame that is lost in the U.S. Most kids rarely see grandparents due to relocation for jobs, etc. Yeah, I'm not saying everything here is great, but that's something we see more of. There's more like
community.
Yeah, more sense of community for sure.
Like I feel like I've heard stories that if the children can't look after their children, like I see that the grandparents step up, and that to me is like, and they do it like they don't do it in a way like
these are generalizations.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's terrible grandparents.
Yeah.
And there's good grandparents in the West as well. But I think as a generalization in the West, the grandparents are more interested in like retirement and going to travel and not looking after grandkids.
And it could be just that we're seeing a lot more village maybe life too and stuff.
Maybe.
But like in the city, I just see a lot of grandparents pushing
strollers. Yeah.
Or you'll see like the mom with the baby and then the grandma's pushing the stroller.
Yeah.
Like it's grandma's duty to push the stroller. That's just a cultural
Which
thing.
traditionally, again, I think is how it used to be. Communities raise children. You know, grandma, if you're a new mom and you're having a hard time, then you know your mom or your mother-in-law would have come out and helped you out. Like a community would raise it, and that seems to be not the thing now. Well, they're your kids. You figure it out. You know.
Yeah.
That, and I find a lot of grandmas are like too scared to get old. Like
Yeah.
they're still pretending they're 20 years old.
It's so funny.
It's like, you're not 20, you're a
So
grandma.
funny.
Grow up, you know?
Yeah, it's funny. It's true. Because and I think it's a whole thing over there. Like, I remember actually I said that to my mom when I was over there. I said, Mom, you are getting old. She's like, well, you don't have to point that out. I'm like, what is wrong with getting old? I'm like, I'm getting old. I'm like, I'm getting old, so you're getting older. Like, it's okay to get old. Right?
Absolutely. 82 Acres Farm is here. Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're close by. They're like right here on the screen. It's amazing. Don't forget to scroll to the top and hit the thumbs up under the video. Show these guys some love. Yeah, do that.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, I didn't even hit thumbs up. Okay, I did my job. I hit thumbs up on the screen
and
here.
don't forget to go and check out their channel.
Yes. 82 Acres Farm will check your channel soon.
Yes.
Look at that. It's almost like they heard you. But it's 10 minutes ago because we're way behind.
Yeah.
We have no rain today, so we finally harvested potatoes. Onions have been harvested for a long time, and today I harvested honey again. Such a smell. I was born in the city, but I love nature since childhood. I studied to be a biologist, and here I am in the village. Awesome. We got to get out our potatoes. Maybe this week it'll be dry enough. I don't know where I was. Somewhere over here. We love your family, 82. Blink twice if you're in danger. This message is held for review. Does Cora consider teaching English as a tutor? Might be a nice integration opportunity, a bit of earnings for her. Yeah, she actually has 5 students now. So she's relatively busy. I think 10 lessons a week. Some of them are taking 2 lessons. Some of them are taking 1 lesson a week. But
yeah, I'm pretty proud of her. She's doing great.
She's a go-getter, that one. With Artyom, best luck and hope the cheese made by the Canadians is famous from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok by 2027. Well, that'd be cool. I don't know how to make cheese yet, so we'll figure it out. Chat GPT, quiet on the Western Front. Ina, this year I planted a lot of decorative pumpkin. Beautiful. Maybe I should send you a list. Send you at least the seeds. You can be. No, this can also be sold and used as decor. I think I'll come to you, then I'll be able to bring everything. Seeds, yeah, that'd be cool. For sure. So my eyesight's been going downhill lately.
I even
so
increased
if you're
it.
wondering why, like, I'm having a hard
I
time
even
reading.
increased it.
Like, alarmingly, I got an eye doctor's appointment this week. I don't know. It's really gone downhill the last 6 months. Where I don't know. Anyway, hopefully eye doctor will figure something out. You made it bigger again?
I've already like zoomed it in for him. Now we're at 1.5.
Yeah. Too much stress. This year I plan to decorate. Oh, we read that already. Let's see here.
What was it in planning of what? I don't know. You went too far.
No, I read that already. Plant a pumpkin.
This one, planning.
Ah, was it already in the planning, the new highway when you purchased your farm?
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us that.
That's all good. Well, parts of it was already done. So they've been doing it in stages, and now our chunk is going to get done starting this year, sounds like. So, and that's going to complete it, basically. I think that's it from Nizhny all the way to Artemis almost. Well, there's one chunk, I think maybe the builder ran out of money or there's some issue there and it stopped on that particular chunk till they figured either that or there's a problem with the bridge, or I don't know, whatever. But that chunk is not being done. But the rest of it is almost all done now. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. There's a lot of road work all over Russia. Lots going on. Good development. And it's funny because a lot of people are like, oh, the roads in Russia are terrible. Russians tell me this. Canadian roads are better. I was like, have you driven in Canada? We have a lot of horrible roads. We got good roads,
We
too.
have a lot of roads, though. I feel like the road is, like...
We have a lot of back roads.
Yeah, like, there's less roads here, so I feel like we're generalizing again. I'm sure there's parts of Russia
But a major highway,
horrible.
Trans-Canada Highway, you would think would be in pristine shape. It's not. Like, the Trans-Canada Highway through Northern Ontario is horrendous.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then even if you get into the prairies, like the last time we drove through Manitoba, it was just, yeah. Like, this is a Trans-Canada 2-lane or 4-lane highway.
Yeah.
It should be pristine, but
true.
it's not. So in our back roads, we have, see, Canada's carved up more into farmland, straight lines, north, south, east, west, you know, and there's farms all over the place. In Russia, you have big, large areas where there's no road. There might be a dirt trail going through somebody's field, but not an actual road. So I would say there's less kilometers of road here, for sure. AI revolution is underway. Russia is well positioned to be an AI leader. Your thoughts and plans about this? Oh, that's a super chat. I didn't even notice that. €5 super chat. Thank you very much, Nikolai. I don't really follow AI much. I think there's some cool tools on it. I do like the new, I think that's AI as well, but like the Google thing where you can speak into it and it searches. Rather than me typing it, it gives me a whole breakdown of information. And I love that. It saves me a lot of time. You tried using Chat GPT the other day, and that was pretty cool. It's the future.
I think there's some benefit to it, but I do think there's some danger in it. So, I used the example, we showed somebody a picture that you just altered slightly.
We showed it to an older person, and they thought it was real, right?
And they totally thought it was real. So I do think
we were making pluff the other day, and a good friend Max was here making. He's master at making pluff. It's absolutely delicious. But he had on one of my welding gloves, and it kind of looked like
one of those birds,
like for falconing.
Yeah,
like,
it's on next week's video.
Is that what it's called, falconing?
Yeah.
Anyway, when you get like a hawk sitting on your arm, that's what it looked like. It's the color of my welding glove. And so he was joking around about that. Anyway, I snapped a picture of it. And then later on, I played around and I found a hawk and I photoshopped it onto his arm and then I showed him the picture. Anyway, this person we showed it to, they're like, oh, wow. And they thought it was real. And that's what she's getting at. That's the problem with AI, that you can do stuff, unfortunately, that isn't true and mislead a lot of people.
Yeah, it could be very dangerous. And I do worry about that in the future.
So like everything else, there's good and bad to everything. Like cell phones in general are bad, but they're also good. Right? It's how you use it. That's the problem.
Oh, this is another super chat.
Victoria, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much.
much.
Is this thing saying something or just chirping?
No, it's just happy.
Is it like a potato?
I'm not sure.
That's cool, by the way. Thank you very much for your super chat. Not only relocation, I know lots of kids not bothering to bring their children to their parents.
I think we were talking about children.
Yeah. Yeah, and there could be reasons for that. It could be like your parents aren't fit to see the kids. Like maybe they're bad people or something. I mean, there's obviously different reasons, but children should feel comfortable to do that. If you have like a colicky child, that is tough. We've had one, and oh man, it was hard, really hard. And sometimes you just need a break, and that's where Anneesa right away when we had ours, we told she told the other kids, like, if you ever have this is not normal. Like, call your mom. You need a break, call me. I will come. I will help you because you are going to need a rest, right? So, what was I getting at? Yeah, it takes community. So, as a grandparent, as a parent, make sure you let your kids know that you're there for them and you will help them. But also, parent the way they want their child parented, right? I find a lot of parents have rules, and then when they become grandparents, all of a sudden the rules are gone. Don't do that. If you want to raise good citizens, then we need to work together to make good citizens.
I think we're bad for this. When we have children, they're so cute. Like, they're babies, they're cute, they're just these sweet little things. And then they hit about age 1.5 to 2. And they get even cuter.
That's the best stage.
They start to walk and they start to make, these cute little things. And we're like, oh, we're so excited for them. So we get so cheery. And then as a whole, like now that we have this larger family, we all rejoice when the child behaves a certain way. And as you do that, we start to spoil the child unknowingly. And then they get to the next stage where I say it's the horrible threes. And then the strong-willedness come in because, well, we just created this child that, is kind of spoiled. So I look at it as, and then we have to try to curb that and encourage them to behave properly and all that stuff. But I laugh because in society, people don't realize that that's what you're doing by not like raising a child, like even if it's not yours. So like if I was in public and I seen a child that was gonna like run out in front of a bus or run across the thing, I would instinctively want to keep that child out of harm's way. Right? What's happening now in society is I would instinctively try to grab that child and bring it back, and I would get yelled at.
Yep. So that's
for touching that child.
Yep.
What right do you have for touching my child?
There.
In Canada.
Yeah.
So to me, that's total breakdown of society. If your child is certain things are happening, like it's not.
People are scared to help because you might actually get in trouble.
Right.
And that's terrible. And here I don't see
I don't see that. If a child was misbehaving, like if I could see if a child was doing, I haven't actually seen it. I had one incident where we were waiting for one of our meals and I seen these kids kind of misbehaving. They weren't even misbehaving. They were just acting silly and they were just being boys and they were kind of around 10 years old. And I was kind of watching them. But I seen the person behind the till, she reprimanded them and told them that that behavior was not acceptable here. And you could tell they all kind of went, whoa. And then they kind of chuckled about it, but they fixed the behavior and they stopped doing it. And that's what I said. I'm like, it said to him right away, I'm like, that would never have happened in Canada. They probably would have got
That's
louder.
a generalization again. There might be some kids that would. But
yeah, but like, they would have gotten louder.
Times, yeah.
They would have been like, mocking.
Cursed at her or something.
Yeah, made it even bigger, made a bigger mess. All these different things. It's a total different.
And I'm not naive. We're not naive. We're here for our children. We genuinely feel more comfortable with our children being in society here than we do over there.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Yushchenko, $19.99 super chat. Thank you for the Happy Farm Animals video this week. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Victor. It helps us out a lot. Where are we? Malik Kajuran. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing great. I just wanted to say how much I enjoy watching your videos. I'm always tuning in the day they're released. Your family content is truly inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's feedback like that really helps. There's times it's exhausting. We've cut back now 3 videos a week. It's a lot more manageable. Our income has shrunk significantly, but it's more manageable for us. It's just putting out 6 videos a week is hard. It's a lot of work for her. Just a lot of stress. So
yeah,
I think it's a good trade-off. Yeah, we're making less, but it's still enough to eat. And then it's just more manageable.
Yeah,
but having good comments like that from our viewers helps big time. What makes you think God brought you there? Well, we believe in prayer and answers to prayer, and it's not like God ever speaks to you. I've never had God say, "Hey, Aaron, do this." And I often joke that would be awesome if I could just open my mailbox and there's a letter. It says, "Aaron, this is God. I want you to do this and this." That's not reality. Can He speak to us? Yes, directly. Absolutely, He can. He has to people. But often He speaks through circumstance and He speaks through other people. And also, doors open. I don't believe you should force things. Some people do. If I want this thing, then I forced my way to it. No, we should pray about it. We should carefully consider it. And then if the door opens, then we need to analyze, look, did God open that door or didn't He? And we believe God opened that door to coming here. We believe things have happened in a very smooth, natural way. And that, I don't know how else to explain it. We believe we received an answer for our prayers and that this is where we should go. This is a safe haven for God's people to go and not be persecuted for their beliefs as they are in the West. And I know many people don't believe Christians are persecuted in the West, but they are. And, this is only the beginning. It's going to get a lot worse. It's clear you've got some incredible skills. Stings. Told you about my eyes. There's nothing you can't tackle. You're two amazing boys are such big help.
I wanted to zoom it in more and it won't zoom. Sorry, honey.
Disappeared. We gotta find the comment back, huh? Nope, whoa, was that it? Oh no, she commented a lot more. It must be up higher. I did that one.
Right there. Nope.
Yeah, right there. This one. Your 2 amazing boys are such a big help too. They really lighten the load and bring so much energy to everything. 100%, all the kids. Now, that's a matter of how you train them again. We've trained them all their lives we worked as a team. We've bought junker houses, tore them all apart, and redid them. I could have worked for somebody else full time. We chose to work for ourselves. Why? So we could spend time as a family. Now, time as a family is not hunting and fishing. It's been working, but we've been able to do it together. So when we buy an old junky house and we fix it up, everybody's in there. We're ripping and tearing and laughing and having a grand time, eating watermelon and cooking some barbecue and getting the job done. And then we sell that house, and that's how we make our living. And have I worked for other people? Yeah, when I need to, I do that as well. But we try to, as much as possible, work for ourselves. We've been self-employed for many years now, and it's provided a decent living. We've been, we don't go on big holidays. We don't travel all over the place, but we have enough to eat. We've got clothes on our backs. We're healthy. We're happy. Kids are happy. Good life.
Yeah, and I'd like to just point out, and I know that's not what they meant, but your boys, but you clarified that all of the children,
Oh yeah, the girls.
everybody pulls their weight in, but some just don't want to be videotaped as much as others. So we don't videotape.
Well, and I primarily do the videotaping.
Yeah, so
a lot of people want Anneesa to do more videos, and she's working on some, but
well, it's just hard to videotape and be a mother too, and
edit.
Yeah, and edit, and So
I tend to be very active. I got a lot going on, and I take the camera with me, and so that's why you see me more anyway. And then of course the boys are primarily hanging out with me, so you see them more.
Right. So, but there's just certain children that are a little bit more shy, and they don't want to be videotaped as much, and we've kind of respected that. And as they've got older, maybe they might get more into the cameras, but So
sorry for you.
All of our children are helpful in their own way and their own strengths.
100%. You have to plan a lot of work. How do you make time management? Do you have business plan for your farm? No, not a business plan. I mean, we have a plan in our head, so where we want to go. We have plans on where we want our business to go, and we just work towards that. I was explaining today to somebody as well that we're extremely disorganized in most people's eyes. Mm-hmm. We have like 14 things going on at once. We don't believe in doing one thing at a time. Mm-hmm. If we focused on one thing and got that done to fruition and then started on the next thing, I wouldn't even have a house done yet. We got everything going full board, full tilt. I couldn't explain everything that's going on in here to you. I don't know how to do that.
And it's funny,
it works for me.
My brain doesn't work as fast as his, but I'm usually on the same page. Yeah. Like
she doesn't keep up, but we
have the same thoughts.
We're very similar in that. Like we want the same things.
So like he will think of something and he'll overthink it. He'll think it to the point of like da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, that's good, and then I'll leave it at that thought.
Yeah, and I would say she underthinks it. So she'll come up with a plan, but like she'll be like, we can do that in a day. It's like, no, that's gonna take way longer than a day because we gotta do this. So it's more my job to make it work, but she comes up with the idea.
Yeah, and sometimes though you'll come up with an idea, and I've already thought of that idea, and I'm okay with that idea, and I'm just fine with the idea. Where you've already thought the idea through, like to the point of, I would say, beating it.
I have to make it work. That's what comes right. But I think we're just a really good match.
Yeah.
I encourage you to take your time in finding your spouse. Honestly, do.
But like people have asked us that.
We lucked out. I guess we didn't spend that much time waiting for.
Yeah, but people have asked us that though. How did you figure out where the house is going to go? How did you do this? How did you do that? And I'm like, well,
honestly, this is careful science. Okay, I got her to walk through the field, and I followed behind her. And she wandered and wandered and wandered, and she said, boom, this is the kitchen sink. Okay, perfect. So I rammed a stake in the ground, and then she said this and this and this. So we marked out 4 stakes in the ground, and then while she was standing there, I said, stay at the kitchen sink, and then I drove the van through the field, which is tall hay. I drove it around on a bit of a curve, past the kitchen sink, and parked. Okay, that's the laneway. Done. Let's go. I ordered the truck, poured the gravel down, and we started building a house. It's not rocket science.
Right, but in my head and his head, it was the same vision.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing is we do think a little bit differently. So she'll have this plan. I'm like, that is retarded. I think in my head, right? That sounds awful. But I know now, I've been with her long enough. I know now that it's probably okay. But in my head, the first thing I feel like, this is a really dumb idea.
The deacon's bench.
But then she'll find a picture for me online or something. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. That's beautiful. And then I go and make it. But so like concrete countertop, first time we did that, she's like, what if we do a concrete countertop? Are you nuts? Not doing that. That look awful. And so we've done 2 now, and I really like it.
I don't like the second one as much as the first.
Well, Wednesday maybe turned out better.
But, I didn't like it as much.
Find a spouse that compliments you, man. It's important.
So remember the cupboard in the front hall?
Yeah, I don't remember the full scenario. I do remember it was funny.
The urn.
Yeah, but what did you want to do with that again?
I wanted a bench there. And I have a vision in my head, and you wanted a built-in cupboard. like a complete built-in cupboard. And like we could not, and we stood there and we discussed it to the point the kids thought we were actually arguing over this thing.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't argue. So then I finally found a picture that I really liked, and I showed you, and you're like, "Oh, well, why didn't you just say that?" And then we laughed, and then the kids were like, "The urn and the deacon's bench," because you had said something about the dead person's urn in the corner.
Oh, yeah, it's because you wanted to leave it away from the wall or something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, that you were like, "What are we gonna put here? The urn?" And I'm like you were thinking the urn as in like a dead person, and I'm thinking the urn as in like a flower
pot thing. Yeah.
Anyway,
it was funny.
It was.
All right, back to reality here now. Oh, nice smooth roads. Yeah. Well, they're not all smooth. No,
no.
There's a lot of roads in Russia that are bad.
Some of them you need like 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, but I just think
it's
amusing that people are like, "Oh yeah, your country has good roads." Like, no, Russia's got good roads. Russia's got bad roads. Canada has good roads. Canada has bad roads. It's also a product of living in the north. If you have a lot of frost is incredibly hard on a road. If you live in like the south someplace, you can pour a concrete road and it'll last for a long time. You pour a concrete road around here, it don't last very long. Because frost constantly moves the dirt around. Concrete cracks and falls apart pretty quickly. Where are we?
Did we already do that one? Did you give it a thumbs up? Yeah.
This one, yeah, we did. Yeah.
All right.
Oleg, hello, do you have joint pain? Oh yeah. I bought a Tibetan gel balm by Valentin Deichel. I rubbed it in at night after work and my knees stopped hurting after a week. I'd have to bathe in it, man. Everything from my toes to my hair hurts.
Yeah, he's got a lot of inflammation.
But I'm too young to quit, so we just keep going. Marlon, looks like McGregor got booted. Oh yeah, he was commenting all sorts of bad stuff. Oh, somebody else here. I know you meant well, but keep the cussing down. It's a family channel. If we see that, we just have to take it off. So please, no swearing or vulgar or profanity.
Yeah, or any of those little...
Ina, thank you for the funny photos and Telegram. You are all very funny and beautiful, even when you stick out your tongue. You always have very creative photos, covers for videos, just super. Thank you very much, Ina. You got a lot of great feedback today. If you don't know what she's talking about, that means you are not subscribed to our Telegram channel. And this is a great time for me to tell you about Telegram. It sounds like
it does. You're taking this very
Today's footage is brought to you in part by Telegram. Anyway, not that I'm partial to Telegram or nothing, but we do have a Telegram channel there. There's a lot of followers there, and we would like more because there's a risk that YouTube will disappear. Or at least for us.
Yeah, no, boot us
and
off. That's
Telegram at this point is a safe venture. So if you go there and you follow us, there's links below in the description of every video to our Telegram channel. Then you'll see the video footage. See the photos that they're talking about. We have photos up there regularly. We post stuff about our family. We just took family portraits. They're up there. Go there, subscribe to it. Costs you nothing, and you get to follow along. You can put it on mute, so you don't have to be annoyed by the ding, ding, ding of whatever's going on in our life.
Oh, come on.
You could just ignore us altogether,
no,
but please
don't
subscribe anyway.
That's not nice to ignore people.
Isn't it?
No.
I do it all the time.
You don't.
I just pretend I'm deaf.
That's what you do to me.
Not quite.
When we first got married, can I tell this story?
I don't know. It depends on what it is.
Oh, you being deaf? When we first got married,
you'd send me to the ear person.
I sent him to the ear place because he like literally could never hear me. Anyway, later did we find out that he wasn't deaf. He was just selective hearing.
Just deaf to her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I recently heard Sergey, the well-known YouTuber from St. Pete, mention that today is the final day of summer in Russia. Well, it was glorious.
Beautiful. It was like the only day of summer that we've had.
Hello from Moscow. God bless you and your family. Do you guys have any plans of making videos? How to farm? And you'll tell us little secrets of farming. We do that already a little bit, but I do have plans for a much larger
we would love to do farm tours and...
Yeah. And we're going to do that. I got big plans. Not just here in Russia. I would like to do that here in Russia because this country is gorgeous from coast to coast. So I would like to do that and showcase agriculture. It's harder to do here because traveling is a bit more of a pain. Again, like I said, with a large family, it's we need some changes. We desperately need some changes for large families to make it easier to travel. It's a pain. All the paperwork that you need.
Yeah.
Police stops sometimes. it's a pain. If you're from the government, please listen. So it's much easier to do something like that in the West. And if I ever travel back, I want to do that as well because agriculture around the world is underappreciated, and it needs. I think it needs more attention. I think we need to connect food with people. I've always said that, and it's agriculture's fault. It's farmers' fault that people are disconnected from farming. We should open up our doors and show people what we do, why we do it. We're not abusing animals. It's ridiculous that people think farmers are abusing. There's some bad farmers. Those people should be stopped. But 99% of farmers are treating their animals as best as they possibly can because that's the only way they'll make a living. You don't make a living by beating your animal.
I feel like there's a misunderstanding too that farming doesn't just have to be about animals. Right, like I was having this discussion with some of our children. Like you could be a farmer of all different things.
Yeah, potato farmer.
Yeah, vegetable farmers. Yeah. You can be like just crops, as in. Like,
so I would like to spend time showcasing that, connecting people, saying, "Look, this is how your potatoes are grown. This is how your beets are grown." We plan
on showing a little bit more in.
Yeah, we're going to be heading to Crimea. So that is a very cool opportunity that has been given to us. All expenses paid. We will be going to Crimea for 10 days. And checking out, I don't even know what we're checking out. I think we're going to a vineyard.
But we know it's supposed to be farming related, and we are going to show you guys.
We will be filming it all, and they will also be filming us at some of it. And then we'll also have some time for some rest and relaxation. So very much looking forward to that. The Black Sea coast, that'll be coming up. We'll keep you posted, probably on Telegram first. So go to Telegram and subscribe. And then Boosty also gets videos before YouTube, so just letting you know. Wishing everyone a smooth shift into the new season. May you be fully prepared for the crisp charm of autumn and the frosty embrace of winter. I actually don't like winter. Isn't that nuts? I come from Canada and moved to Russia, and I still don't like winter. The school year begins in September, since church education in Byzantium began on this day. And from there, this tradition penetrated into Russia. Tomorrow, you can see how it will go in your region.
Yeah, interesting.
Cool. So I remember last year going to town. I had to go something. I don't know. I had to go to the store to get something. I have no idea. But there was lots of kids walking down with, I think it was flowers.
Yeah, giving their teachers their gifts.
Anyway, they're bringing stuff in. They're all dressed nice. Lots of parents out.
And that's one thing I appreciate here too. Most schools have uniforms.
I appreciated the fact that they still bring something for their teacher. I can't think of kids doing that. If you did that in the West, at least the school I went to, you could get teased for being like a brown nose or something, you know, a teacher's pet. Or,
It's so sad, really.
It is. Yeah. Again, I see there's more respect here. I don't necessarily agree with public school education. I believe there's a lot of things lacking.
Other things,
But respect is something that is still taught, and I very much appreciate that. There's much more traditional values here. Our objection would be the lack of Christianity in schools. Okay, so that's extremely important to us, of course. But aside from that, there's still a lot of tradition taught here and values, moral values that you can see here that we don't see in the West. Your family is an example for many. Thank you for your wonderful and useful videos. Thank you very much. How is your experience with the market in Nizhny? Is it better than on Fridays?
Well, that was something different.
It was a special market.
Yeah, this was like a charity event that we were invited to, and it was for a children's charity, or it was a children's charity for cancer. So we were invited there, and we have a video coming up tomorrow on that.
Speaking of which, we still got to find the link.
It's going on the video tomorrow.
No, to donate to that charity.
I thought you already did.
Not yet.
Terrible.
No, I forgot about it till now. It is terrible.
Well, I'm hoping that everybody will follow the link on our video and they will put it over their goal. They have a goal set.
You put a link to the charity?
Yeah.
So we got to donate our charity. So the 10% of the proceeds from the sale, from the fair, I guess, go to the charity. That was kind of the thing. So it was a special thing, not a normal market. Yeah. But I do believe that Nizhny would be better. Fridays, like the Friday market that we have here is Friday mornings. So the vast majority of people are at work, right? And you end up with a lot more probably seniors, less likely probably to buy stuff. It's not like there's a lot of stuff gets sold there, don't get me wrong, but I think a market on a Saturday when people are not working would be more beneficial. So we're going to look for something in Nizhny where we can go regularly and try it out. And especially once we have milk and butter, it would be nice to have a regular spot or have a regular clientele that says, you know, I want this every Saturday, and so we drive into town and we deliver it. You know, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of milk, probably 60 liters a day of milk slash butter, for sale soon. So if you would like that, farm fresh, let us know. God bless you, but Anna, you answer the same questions every stream like robots while ignoring others. No, I disagree with you.
We try to answer all the questions.
You should have added a question to that and we would have answered it, but all you did was make a statement and now I can't answer anything. Sorry. Hello from New Zealand. Doris, not only children, but pets like our dogs also need good leadership skills from us. Yeah, there's a lot of bad pet owners.
Hey, our pet's not the best pet.
Good
she's
job,
getting
bro.
better, actually, since this other family arrived. She's actually getting better.
Oh, yeah,
I
she's a
noticed
good
she's
dog.
really starting to listen.
But she's a farm dog. She's not a house dog. She was out
Yeah,
on
but-
that bale of hay there, ripping it apart the other day and just having fun with the animals.
Yeah, but I
She
felt
loves
like
the pigs.
I felt like she was like such a puppy, and now that we have like more children and more people all the time, I noticed she's like tired. Like I caught her the other day just sleeping and like sprawled out on the floor, and I was like, "That's."
She's also getting older.
Yeah, but she just
teenage
seems like there's so much going on. She can't keep up with it all. That's actually better for her.
Yeah. Less video is better. The quality is greatly improved, and there's not much repeated info from video to video.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad to
think so
hear
too.
that.
Ina, is the white rabbit alive? I can't see him. We had one like that for 8 years. Yes.
He is alive. Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to get Ainsley to run around with the camera again. God bless your family from Ohio, USA. Do your kids speak Russian?
Yes.
Not fluently. But,
Well, Cora does, but the rest are
Yep,
getting
God's plan, and them duckies need a small pond. La, la, la.
maybe next year.
I gotta run through these fast. When you experience God opening doors or answers popping up in front of your face when you've been asking, you know God is having his say, and it's best to pay attention. Yep, amen. And if you have to force that door, if you're praying for God for a specific decision and you're forcing it, that's not God's answer. I don't think you'll ever have to force. God will open it. It will be easy, right? That doesn't mean that every open door is God's answer either. You need to use your head.
Be careful and cautious.
When you experience it, I read that one. Thank you for the interesting videos that you make every day. Good health and kindness to your family. Thank you. Your eldest daughter speaks Russian well. Could she be present as a translator? I don't understand anything. I have to watch the recording. She speaks it very well. She does translate for us. She's not fast enough at it, and she doesn't know all the words. So, like she told me the other day, it depends on what they're talking about. So, certain things she knows a lot about, but if it was to do with like mechanics, she wouldn't know enough Russian words for that yet. Or if it's to do with agriculture, she wouldn't know enough Russian words. Basically, what the majority of people she comes in contact with know, those are the words that she would learn. And as she knows more and more Russian, she talks with more and more people, but those people don't speak about certain topics, so she wouldn't learn those new words. And so when I need a translator, it has to do with mechanical stuff or building stuff or agriculture stuff. She doesn't speak with those people, so she can't translate for me. Good night.
Better,
this is hilarious. Hello, God bless you all from York, Pennsylvania. You bless. Hope Tim Kirby, famous American Russia, was grown in Ohio. For the eyes, blue blockers when in front of computers. That's a good idea. Do you have a feeling for the migration rate of Christians, especially since the new visa? And a friend recently shared TikTok with suspicions about a new Russian army church propaganda. I have no idea what you're talking about. Church. No foreigners are going to the war unless they volunteer. There is one guy. His name is Derek. You can follow their YouTube channel as well. Hoffman time. He volunteered. So the Western media grabbed that and said, oh, look, they're forcing immigrants to join. That's not true. They're not forcing anybody to join. He volunteered for the army. No foreigners go to the army unless you volunteer. Again, like I said, 6 times. So never mind the suspicions. As far as the rate of Christians coming, I don't know. There's more and more coming all the time. I get emails of people that are, got their house for sale now. We're on our way. How many have come? I don't know. It's still not easy. That's the thing. It's still hard. It's still difficult for people to do. And there's many reasons for that.
Yeah, and we don't want it too easy because then you just let everybody in.
Yes.
We understand that. Totally. I think the paperwork is the hardest thing. There's just so much paperwork.
Enormous amounts of paperwork.
Right? And it's not in your language. So if you have nobody that you can trust, like, it's just so hard. And like registration is another thing. Registration is getting easier, but for a large family like ours, for one, nobody will house you with a large family. You have to have, X amount of square feet or square whatever that is
per kid per
person in the house, and it's a real big challenge.
There's a lot of challenges to it, and that stops a lot of people from coming. They look at that and say, okay, I can try to fight with all of that, or I can move somewhere where at least I know the language, and so they choose that. They choose what's easier. It doesn't mean it's better. I think Russia's better, but it's not easier. It's difficult, and the reason we're willing to fight with all that bureaucracy and difficulty is because we believe there's a future here. So anyway, everybody does their own thing. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not, everybody has to figure out how best it works for them. This is where we want to be. We're willing to put up with it. How many people have come? I don't know, lots. I don't know, but lots more are coming. So, Are you going to do a fall leaves photo like in Canada? If there's no maple, find a cool looking birch area with the leaves on the warm color. They do have some maples here that turn color, so yeah, we might do that. We know that. What do we know? We know that before comments. NG to Russia.
Going.
We know that before. I don't know. You were in Georgia. How was your experience there? I'm planning to move to Georgia for a couple of months on vacation this winter. What can you recommend? I love Georgia. It has its issues. It's very poor, very run down.
I would say Batumi.
Yeah, Batumi's gorgeous.
Batumi's
nicer than Tbilisi. But I love
where I would say tourists would go.
It's like a trip back in time. It's that community. I was talking about this today too with Justin. Like, the whole go to the village and they herd the cows. The village we stayed in for a while. In the evenings, the guy would bring the cows back from the pasture, and there's like 100 or more cows coming through underneath the overpass. And they all split up and they head to their houses. The owners meet them at the gate, bring them in, milk them, put them away. In the morning, they milk them to let them out. The guy come by every morning. You could hear the scrape of his shovel as he's scooping manure off the road. It's just like a trip back in time. It's so peaceful. It's so calm.
That's in the countryside.
Yeah, in the countryside. The people are amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Huge hearts, wonderful people.
They were a little bit more suspicious of you. Because
I'm very big and tall, and they thought I was Russian, and with everything
you were a
going on
really
in the world,
tall human.
Maybe they didn't all like me so
you
much.
stood like a foot over top of everybody.
Yeah, Georgians are a bit short. My wife fits in very well.
I fit right in.
Yeah, but I loved it. I honestly did. It was run down, and they had just gone through a what do you call it? A big protest, big violent protest. There was a lot of graffiti and stuff like that on. And they've gone through one since then. Yeah,
a lot of stray dogs, those type of things.
But again, cost of living is low. Like, food is cheap in Georgia. Rent wasn't that bad. We stayed in a fairly nice apartment. I don't remember what we paid for that, but it wasn't bad at all. Like, it's nice, but it has its ups and downs, and it's poor. That's the thing. So when you come from the west and you go to Georgia, it's definitely run down. You got to prepare yourself. If you go to Batumi, it's not. Batumi is very nice.
But
that's on the coast.
Personally did not like it in Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, and in the countryside, we've seen one village there with those stone houses. It was all built by Greeks back in the day. Oh, I love it. I visited there again when I went the other day, and I could have moved to there. But I don't see a future there. The problem with Georgia is that it can't stand on its own 2 feet, and so it needs Western support. And with Western support comes strings, which means they pull the strings and they tell you what to do. And that's always the problem Georgia's got. It's stuck between two things. It wants to do one thing, but it needs the money, and so there's a lot of struggle there right now, and I don't want any part of that. That's why I came to Russia. Russia's safe for my family, for my kids, for our family, for our kids.
Yeah, before coming. It's a comment, but it's before coming.
Greetings from Orlando, Florida. Finally made it to a live stream. I'm really thankful for your genuine and family-friendly content. Also, I personally enjoy your build update videos. Awesome. I got a video planning coming up here soon explaining some DeWalt tools, so you'll probably enjoy that one as well. A lot of people are unsure. Like, I just bought a new nailer stapler, and they don't seem to understand what I bought. So Anneesa's like, you got to lay them all out and explain
I think you should, yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Oops.
Mainstream media, you disappeared. Biological sulfur, super anti-inflammatory, must not be mainstream media.
No.
MSM, anyway, has helped me big time. It supports fundamental body process, structure, skin, nails, tendons, sore muscles. It's cheap. Biological sulfur.
Maybe
Doris, all in all, sounds like a lot of hurdles in your life, but you remain committed to your life, and through faith in God, you have strength. Amen.
Amen.
There has to be a constant in life, and there is no constant found outside of God. God is the only constant in life. He's the only thing that never changes, always was, always will be, always the same. It does not change. Everything else will. You may have a best friend today, 5 years from now, he's not your best friend. 10 years from now, he's not your best friend. Whatever it is, life changes. You might rely on your money today. Tomorrow, you'll have none. You might rely, whatever. It doesn't matter. God is the only constant. And if people can grasp that and they can have a relationship with God, then all of life falls into place much easier. Doesn't mean it doesn't have difficulties still. But Hi from Maryland. So fun to watch your adventures. Hello, you are all well and healthy. Congrats on the YouTube plaque. Almost to 200,000. Yeah. Guten Nacht, dann spokojnej noche. Good night, yeah, good night. 2 different languages. Hello, my favorite family. I think the challenging nature of the move will act as a filter to screen out the people who would come to try to change Russia. This is a good thing, even though I'm shortly going to wrestle with it. Yeah, and I used to think more like that as well, but I do hope they will make some changes, because right now it's not as much of an emergency, but I think it will come that way. As the West continues to unravel, then Russia becomes the only logical place to go. I want Russia to be, I don't want them to let in everybody, because there's people that shouldn't be here, but I do want the option to be there and not to be too difficult, so people don't feel as stuck. Because there's nothing worse than that. You have a family to look after and you have nowhere to go. You don't know what to do. Russia is where to go. But if it's so difficult that you get here, you're just completely stressed out and you can't make it work, then what? So, another thing like Wes said recently, like, he can't work. He likes to work. He's not legally allowed to work outside the home. You can't work here till you're like 18 years old or something.
They can't get their license till they're 18. He can't work outside the home until he's 18. They can't even have a peasant farm enterprise until they're 18. They literally feel like they're kind of trapped.
Right, whereas in Canada, I mean, he's been working with me for many years.
14,
that might not be totally legal. On the farm, obviously it is, but on the job site. But at 14, with parents' permission, you can work full-time. And at 16, you can definitely work full-time. So he could be earning a lot of money.
Right, I don't even think they can get I don't even think they could get a bank account.
Here? No, I don't.
Or a phone for themselves or any of that until they're 18.
Yeah, that's a minor thing maybe, but there's just a lot of things that are more challenging. And I hope, I see, when I speak to government officials, I see people who genuinely want to know what they can change. They genuinely want to know what they can do to help.
Yeah,
and that's the cool part. So that gives me hope that today might be hard, but tomorrow it'll be easier.
And I feel like sometimes we've been asked that question, well, what can we do? And we are not ones to try to like I don't want them to change everything. Right?
We didn't move here to change Russia.
Yeah, and I appreciate them asking, but at the time a lot of people ask, I'm like, well, I'm not worthy. Like, I feel honored to be here and for them to allow me to live here. And I feel unworthy of even telling them my opinion. Like, who am I to tell you how to change your country? Like, I just feel unworthy of that. Like, I don't feel that's it's not proper of me to tell you, right? Sure. So for when we've been asked, it's like, I don't know, how do you answer this? Like, I don't feel proper.
Where do we start?
No.
Just wanted to say hi. Wish you all the best. Next one question: don't you all get attached to the animals on the farm? Isn't it hard to kill them when the time comes? Okay, so we don't kill for fun, and that's where the hardness comes out. When we kill, it's because we need food to eat. And we teach our children that we do not allow them to kill anything for fun.
Yeah, or chase the animals or hurt the animals in any way.
We treat our animals with utmost respect. We take care of them. We love them. We scratch their ears. We play with them. But when the time comes for food, that's what they are for, and that is what God gave them to us for. So, no, I don't have a difficulty with it. Do I feel a sense of sadness? In a way, I do. But I also feel a sense of thankfulness, because that animal has given its life to give us life. So yeah, the fact, we raise our children all the time to know that every animal on this farm has a purpose. It either provides food in the form of like milk. That animal, of course, can live for a long time then. Or it provides it in the form of milk, or meat. Sorry, or labor. You know, or like a dog is a companion. But if it's a bad dog, then we will also kill the dog.
We would eat the dog.
We wouldn't eat the dog. No,
we would have to remove.
I haven't been that hungry yet, so. But everything has a purpose. Yeah. Good question though. How has your experience been integrating with the local community and or establishing relationships? How have you gone about that? I'm a pretty chatty fella.
I feel like the community has come to us.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
I find Russians are so where we live. Okay, I can't speak for all of Russia, but we've been welcomed and people have embraced us and they understand that this is difficult and they're just like, I can't believe you moved here with all these kids and you don't even know anybody, and they have been very welcoming to us.
Yeah, so. I feel like I've said this before in other lives, is that I feel like our farm is not really our farm. Like we own it, but I feel like it's not our farm, it's a community farm. Like I feel like it's become that because like people have given us so much to like they've helped us with trees and bushes and like plants and flowers and like every
now
time
we're getting loads of strawberries.
People and now they're like, you need strawberry plants, so like we're getting strawberry plants, and like I feel like it's a community farm. And in the past I feel like it's like we had this mentality of kind of like a Western thinking that I work so hard and it's mine and it's me, and I feel like now like it's everybody's, like people come all the time, we give tours and we socialize and we have it's just a community of people, and I just so blessed.
Yeah, and I could be wrong here, but I also feel like they're kind of proud that they have a farm here now. And before it was just a village and there was nothing else there. But this has given a new hope and new life to the village because, there's animals here and there's a functioning farm developing in their backyard.
We're kind of their Kanatskis.
Well, it could be that part too, but I do think
I think they take pride in us.
Cool. They've lived here their whole life, and especially the older ones, there used to be farm here, there used to be activity, and then it all dies as everybody takes off for the city, and now there's new life, and not only that, there's 13 kids running around here now. So, I think I think they're pretty happy about it.
Well, when we show some of them around in the barn and stuff too, I just think they're just tickled pink. They just brings them back to their childhood. Some of them have told us about, well, when I was a kid that I used to, milk this, and, I think it's cool.
Have you been mushroom picking this year? No, one day we will. We discussed it today.
What I did? You know what I did? I seen in the store the other day mushrooms in a seed mushrooms.
Oh yeah, you were gonna plant some.
I'm gonna plant my own.
I said, why would you plant them? The bush is full of mushrooms.
I know, but then I know they're safe. I know that's what they are.
We're gonna go. I think Max is the one that offered to go with us and pick some mushrooms. He was out the other day, but there wasn't enough ready yet. He said so.
Oh, okay. They know how to or what to pick.
Oh, all Russians do. They're experts at this mushroom picking. Cool. All the ones that picked the wrong mushrooms are already dead. So. Only the smart mushroom pickers are left there. So. Hello, I have seen you installing septic tanks, but I don't remember how you store clear water. Could you elaborate on that? We have a well. So we have a well drilled down into the earth that pumps up beautiful, clean, yummy water. And that's what we use.
How we store clear water?
Yeah.
That's what that would be called? I was thinking like the gray water.
No, that wouldn't be clear. It would be gray.
Okay, I don't know.
Clear water. It's drinking water is what I think. So.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Skip. How are you making that case that Canada has more freedom? How you are making the case that Canada has more freedom? How do you figure?
Oh, because we were talking about the paperwork. Somebody misquoted.
Yes and no. So business-wise, I can go there and set it up today. There's less restrictions for me driving. There's less restrictions for paperwork. It's showing Wes my taxes the other day on my laptop. I still have the QuickBooks program that I used for years. Much easier to do taxes. Here, I got a rundown on taxes. I was like, no wonder there's tax evasion. Like, it is a pain to do taxes here. Why do you need so much checks and balances? If you just trust the people to do their job, then anyway, I think a lot more people are going to work under the table when you make it so hard to do taxes. Just make it easier, and then we'll just pay our taxes. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are definitely easier.
I think the difference too is that we don't know the language.
Now it's just a pain anyway. All these contracts you got to sign for. I bought 20 sheep and I had to sign a 5-page contract. It's ridiculous. Absolutely, it's nuts. It's mind-boggling nuts. But that's not the point. The point is that there's other freedoms. I have the freedom to live how I live and to raise my children in a traditional society.
Yeah.
In you should be able to hear that in our videos. That the people around us appreciate how we raise our kids. And in Canada, that's a danger. Like, it's hard to explain.
Yeah, as my child's parents, they know that I have my child's best interests at heart, and they allow me to parent them the way I feel suited.
Yeah. There we were growing ever more afraid, as not every Canadian feels that way, but
No.
A lot of conservative Christians are feeling the same way, and more so. We're feeling afraid for the future of our children. I have no fear for the future of my children anymore. None. It's gone. I don't worry about it. They have opportunities here.
Yeah.
There's things that are crazily more difficult, but there's other things that are so much more relaxed and easy. There's a future for them here. They have opportunities here that were not available over there. I don't know how to explain
just to go back with this tax thing, is that we grew up in our system our whole life. So we kind of know how to do all these different things because we would have seen our parents do it, our grandparents do it.
Yeah, it's just easier though.
Yeah, I realize that, but I think it will become easier because there's certain things that we did last year with the assistance of somebody else, and now we're like, hey, okay, we can help now somebody else through that.
Okay, but like an example, going to market, I could take all my sales for the whole day, whatever the number might be, and I can take that as a lump sum, toss it in as a deposit, and say market sales done. No receipts needed. That's it. Done.
Yeah.
Here, I'm technically supposed to show a receipt from every sale. Who's going to do that? You just sold a batch of cookies. You're going to print a receipt out for a batch of. This is ridiculous. It doesn't happen, and nobody does it. It's the law, but nobody does it.
Right.
And everybody knows that nobody does it, and everybody's okay with that. But then get rid of the law. Like, it's just things that are more difficult.
Yeah, maybe a little bit old school in their laws.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not updated, maybe.
I think they need to simplify. There's countries that have gone through and simplified their tax systems and made things easier.
Yeah.
No, I think Russia could use a lot of simplification. There's a lot of rules that are just kind of complicated.
Right.
And if nobody follows them anyway, then it might be changed a lot.
Well, and since they're still trying to navigate probably from the old and the new, and they are just a new.
On the flip side, I don't really understand why they have half these laws. So there may be a very good reason for it.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy you should be listening to. I just looking at it from how we did things and how we do them now. I was looking at my wagon the other day and it's got a license plate on it. So I'm guessing every wagon needs a license plate here. Like, we wouldn't have that. There's not even a tractor's driver's license. You want to drive a tractor, go for it. You don't need a tractor's driver's license. You don't need a license plate number board on your tractor. You don't need to have inspections on your tractor. You just go and drive it down the road. And you want to pull a wagon down the road, then hook the wagon up and take it with you. But I noticed this wagon that I have has its own number plate on it, so I'm guessing all of them got here. I don't know. And they have air brakes here as well, so I don't know if the wagon needs to have that legitimately or not. I'll have to find out.
Okay, we should probably call it a night.
Probably should, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I feel so blessed to see God at work in your life. I believe He chose you to show thousands of people how great He is. That's cool. Thank you. I think the village would all consider your kids to be their kids. Yeah, they kind of do.
Yeah,
like,
they
you
do.
can call us Tocha and Jiaja. My great uncle and aunt were farmers. They loved their animals, but they solved the dilemma of harvesting animals by swapping with their neighbors, so they knew it wasn't their cow. Well, that seems like a lot of extra work. Greetings from Glasgow, Scotland. Hello from my avocado farm in California.
All right, let's.
Where are we going? Oh, this is neat too. At 14-15, I was driving 30-ton gravel trucks. Amen. Yeah. You can do that there. Our kids can drive down the road, no problem. They're not legally allowed to. What's this last? Do you guys have someone you can describe as a friend here in Russia? Absolutely. Yeah, I got some close friends here. Yeah, good people.
Yeah, I have really good friends here, more so than.
I'm not talking about people you often talk with. I'm talking about close people, or the ones who become close. Yep, absolutely.
More
What's
so
this one
here.
say? Doesn't translate. Bachimu.
Anyway, let's call it.
We're gonna call it a night. Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Time to go. We gotta go to sleep.
We will.
It's been an hour and 44 minutes already. Wow, zers. Okay, thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget about the videos this week. They'll be Some more great videos coming out. Somebody asked when the video about the market's coming out. Did you answer that?
Yeah, tomorrow.
There you go, tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to check out the links for Telegram, especially Telegram, also Boosty, Patreon. What else we got? Those are the 3 main ones. And we have another channel called Countryside Corner. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. We've got some great interviews over there and more to come. All right, God bless you guys. Hope you have an awesome week. We'll catch you all next week.
Goodbye.